Gardenia was established by Horatio C.S. Locum, an American who was an employee of International Executive Service Corps and worked with bakeries based in the United States. Gardenia started out as a store bakery in Singapore, but due to demand, opened a commercial bakery at Pandan Loop in March 1983. In 1987, Gardenia first started as a small in-store bakery at Bukit Timah Plaza, producing variety bread with the help of experienced American baker Horatio C. Slocum, who had 35 years experience in the bakery business. In 1981, production was growing rapidly and plans were underway for a larger commercial bakery. In 1983, a commercial bakery was finally started in March 1983 at Pandan Loop, producing 2,000 loaves per hour, originally based on the concept of a central bakery supplying a variety of products mainly to retail bakeries. This changed to a single method concentration on producing a white sandwich loaf, distributed to all retail outlets including supermarkets and sundry shops. Launched against entrenched competition but with a superior product which is soft texture, tastier flavor and enriched bread, modern distinctive packaging and good marketing which is effective advertising, merchandising and distribution, Gardenia bread gradually gained popularity. Its merit of being baked fresh using the finest ingredient and delivered fresh made it the most popular brand of packaged bread in Singapore within 2 years. In the next 3 years, in August, Gardenia expanded its operation by building a modern bakery that utilized the latest processing technique. In 1987, Gardenia ventured into Thailand. In 1991, the first Gardenia bakery in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia was commissioned. In 1993, a second bakery in Singapore was set up in June with a production capacity of 8,000 loaves an hour to keep up with a growing demand and modern baking technology. Substantial funds were plugged into building this new state-of-the-art bakery, costing 18.5 million. This was Gardenia Bakery in Singapore increased manufacturing capacity by 2.5 times without compromising on quality. Equipped with the new computer-generated equipment, the highly automated plant ranks among the most technologically advanced in the region. In 1994, Gardenia expanded with the new bakeries in China and India. In 1997, Gardenia further expanded its regional operation to the Philippines. Gardenia acquired a third bakery in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. In 1993, a second bakery in Singapore was set up in June with a production capacity of 8,000 loaves an hour to keep up with a growing demand and modern baking technology. Substantial funds were plugged into building this new state-of-the-art bakery, costing 18.5 million. This was Gardenia Bakery in Singapore increased manufacturing capacity by 2.5 times without compromising on quality. Equipped with the new computer-generated equipment, the highly automated plant ranks among the most technologically advanced in the region. In 1994, Gardenia expanded with the new bakeries in China and India. In 1997, Gardenia further expanded its regional operation to the Philippines. Gardenia acquired a third bakery in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Hi, my name is Abbas. I will start with the story of Gardenia. The brand Gardenia is associated with qualities such as good taste, freshness, trust and reliability. In a highly competitive market, these are the values that make Gardenia stand out and stay ahead. The secret to Gardenia's success lies in its traditional American recipe that has been tried for generations. Over time, further the improvements have been made to the range of recipe and the method of processing, especially in the area of automation. All this ensure that the aroma, taste and keeping qualities of the bread are consistently being maintained.
Hi, my name is Ani Zahir and I will start the presentation with the code of ethics of the company. First of all, why the codes of ethics is important? Let me tell you. Firstly, set the right culture, which means in this environment, employees who might otherwise be afraid to voice out their opinion feel. It is encouraged to contribute, which is how good teams become excellent. Companies that foster an environment of trust, ethical behavior, integrity, and excellence are also better prepared to deal with unforeseen challenges because they have a very strong foundation to stand on. Secondly, a good reputation in order to establish long-lasting partnership. This because today, customers look well beyond the price tag. With so many choices, customers gravitate towards company they feel that they can trust, and they stay far away from those companies that don't promote their ethical behavior. But it's not just customer to whom ethics matter. Companies that may pay a strong attention to ethics also find it easier to establish lasting partnership both within and outside their industry. Thirdly, it helps remain in compliance with the rules and regulation. This because all individuals serving on boards and organizational leaders of the public companies are required to have a code of ethics to make major corporate. Any promises a company makes and fail to comply with can make it amenable to sue for breach of contract. So, companies that implement a code of conduct have a strong incentive to ensure ethical treatment of its employee, client, partners, as well as the public. Lastly, it promotes social change, which means we all live on the same planet and share the same finite amount of natural resources. So, we are all responsible for the happiness of misery of one another. By promoting positive social change, companies can contribute to making the world a better place for everyone, not just a select few. The first code of ethics of Gardenia company is health protocol. The safety and well-being of Gardenia employees, customers and community is their top priority. Gardenia has been implementing strict precautionary measures, safety and health protocol to protect employees from this deadly virus since the start of the community quarantine of COVID-19. For example, employees must fully vaccinated and undergo strict daily health check, temperature scanning, wearing of face masks, frequent hand washing, sanitizing, and physically distancing, among others. Gardenia also conducts regular disinfection of facility, equipment, and workstation. The picture beside that was the worker of Gardenia who was vaccinated, and the proof of the picture that Gardenia workers follows the SOP. Next, initiative. Gardenia workers have a great attitude towards their initiative. They often do effort or something before being forced by the situation or being ordered to do it. For example, communication initiative. This because in this situation, the lorry driver must really have a good communication with the vendors to deliver the stock in order to avoid any mistakes. This shows that if the worker needs to be done diligently and to avoid mistake, they will try their best and focus on the work. Furthermore, honesty and integrity. Gardenia upholds honesty and objective in the things that they do. One trait of honesty is the core of harmony and success of an organization. For example, the Gardenia ensure that the bread is all baked daily and distributed immediately throughout Malaysia. If the worker being dishonest about the production of the bread, this will affect the quality of the bread. As we know, the bread must all baked daily because of expiry date of the bread and quickly. Also, the integrity means that if the worker keep eating or grab the bread for his or her own good, the production will be bankrupt and encourage loss. Third code of ethics of Gardenia Company is innovation. Gardenia constantly initiate change and encourage creativity. For example, we can see that Gardenia packaging always changing after one period. Also, an innovation of creativity regarding to exclusive gift. As the picture above, the innovation of the bread packaging keeps on changing. Also, the impact of being creative innovation by creating exclusive gift. The item it can be as door gift for the wedding day. Moreover, customer-driven, which means that Gardenia always put customer first in everything that they do and consider customer needs. Gardenia provide an experience to its customer that they are not consuming the bread but also a healthy diet. For example, the latest Gardenia breakthrough breads contain low adipose tissue fat storing capacity that assists us in having better control over obesity. It is also diabetic friendly, which aids to keep stable blood sugar level that typically follows a meal. All the breads of Gardenia have no artificial and preservative. Gardenia values its quality by providing convenience for customer. They offer affordable price for customer without abandoning quality. As you can see beside this, the picture of the low GI bread, usually we can see the green packaging ones, right? This is the bread that can be eaten by carbohydrate people, especially those who practice alpha lipid SD2. This bread contains low carbohydrate and is suitable for eating by anyone who is dieting. The bread is priced at RM4.70, easy to find in supermarkets and 7-Eleven. Practice these 2 pieces every morning as a breakfast is enough. For more appetizing sandwich can be made with a chicken tuna, fish tuna or sardine. Lastly, safety assurance, which is Gardenia freshly baked bread can be found around the clock from provision shop and convenience store to supermarket, hypermarkets and even hospitals and schools. In order to that, Gardenia really ensure about the safety assurance of the product by always store bread in the cool, dry place and send their staff to attend training at American Institute of Baking and others professional institute around the world. Gardenia believe strongly in making sure that their customer always get the finest quality and finished bread. That's all for the codes of ethics that Gardenia Company apply.
Hi, my name is Nurul Anissa and today I will present to you about corporate ethics program implemented by Gardenia. Gardenia has run many programs related to the corporate social responsibility, but today we will discuss 9 of its part only. The first program is aisyah bread, and it empowers the public to play a role in aiding those in need in challenging times. Celebrating World Bread Day by supporting communities in need is an ongoing tradition that is close to Gardenia's heart. We believe the best way to commemorate this day is by sharing with those in need, say Gardenia KL Corporate Affairs and Public Relations General Manager, which is Hazlina Harun. Gardenia KL also aims to donate up to 20,000 loaves of bread through the campaign, which runs from 15 to 20 October 2020. Every post and share will put bread on the table for the beneficiary. Next is the Gardenia Cares program. Before this, we were shocked by the news of the floods that hit Malaysia a few months ago. So, Gardenia has extended assistance to flood relief centres and areas affected by the floods. They also hope that the assistance will ease the burden on all the affected flood victims. Back to Schools is also one of the CSR done by Gardenia. They have donated school bags, water bottles, and even delicious snacks to over 1,000 people and students from underprivileged families. The annual charity program organized by Gardenia for the 7th time was held on 7 to 15 April 2021. The special thing about this program is that Gardenia families or Gardenia staff also donate water bottles and prepare each school bag package that will be sent to the schools. They also receive cooperations from the school, the Social Welfare Department JKM, and the Malaysian Hopeful Consumers Associations PPHM. In addition, in a program called Food Bank, they try to help the Asnaf, and B40 with partners collaborate with Jawi to contribute. It is located at Al Husna Surau PPR Sri Semarak Setapak. They also provide 150 packs goodies bags containing famous products such as Delicia bread, Numi, Twiggies, and other items from Jawi. Not only that, when COVID-19 is hitting Malaysia, Gardenia collaborates with the Malaysian Muslim Consumers Associations (PPIM) for COVID assistance program. Gardenia has contributed as much as 200,000 of bread for the Zero Hunger program. The place is located at Abu Ubaidah Mosque Seri Rampai. The next program is Gardenia Supports Community Pantries, whereby Gardenia donates thousands of bread products to community pantries across the country in support of the initiative to provide food assistance to the marginalized sector amidst the COVID-19 pandemic. The community pantries start in Maginhawa, Quezon City, when an individual set up a table with various food items where people could donate and get food for free. Gardenia has donated more than 8,000 products to community pantries in Luzon with efforts in the National Capital Regions and Calabar Zone. Next is Wellness Begins at Home program. It is proudly brought to you by Gardenia Bakeries KL in conjunction with the World Mental Health Day. Gardenia also cares for all communities by providing awareness on mental health issues as well as inviting leading speakers to explain on the issues. Gardenia goes live on Facebook with Che Puan Sarima, Anita Abu Bakar of Miasa Malaysia, and Puan Hazlina Harun on how Malaysia fared at home during the pandemic and tips for a healthier environment to thrive as a family. In addition, Gardenia also conducts Caring for the Environment programs whereby they help to mitigate negative environmental impact through sustainable practice that promotes environmental protections and conservation. Then, implements recycling and waste segregation programs. They also participated in a tree planting activity in Cebu in cooperation with the Pollution Control Associations of the Philippines Central Visayas in support of the National Greening Program. Lastly, Gardenia promotes healthy eating and active lifestyle. So, they launched the Nutrition Assistance Program (NAP) with various public schools. It aims to educate the less privileged school children about the importance of eating a well-balanced breakfast meal, thereby lessening malnutrition amongst public elementary schools in Luzon and eventually in the entire country. In 2013, almost 6,000 students benefited from this health advocacy initiative, which included a feeding program. Gardenia supply bread every day for 3 months to more than 1,000 students who were evaluated by the school with severely wasted nutritional status and monitor their health. After 3 months monitoring, results shows that undernourished students were found to have an improved health status.
Hi, I am Aisyah. Let me tell you why we choose the programs related to theories of ethics. The first theory is utilitarianism theory. According to Maxwell and Driver 2009, utilitarianism is generally held to be the view that the moral right action is the action that produces the most good. It means the action can be considered right or good if everybody is happy with it. Jeremy Bentham believes that the increase of individual happiness reflects social happiness. John Stuart Mill believes that everything that is good only because it brings about pleasure directly or indirectly. Gardenia's initiative to organize a program called aisyah has led to many happy parties over the program as shown here. Utilitarianism can be applied to this because the program is able to make people feel happy, which is why it is considered right. Next is Kant ethics theory. According to Haddon 2001, Kant's ethics are organized around the notion of a categorical imperative, which is universal ethical principle stating that one should always respect the humanity of others and that one should only act in accordance with rules that could hold for everyone. Kant's ethics believes that the rightness or wrongdoing of action does not depend on their consequences, but on whether they fulfill our duties. As we know, the distinction in Kant's ethics have five, which is goodwill, categorical imperative, maxim, universal acceptability, and humanity. This program, organized by Gardenia Company, falls under the category of humanity. In other words, the programs implemented are intended to fulfill a social responsibility as a human being.
As you can see, Gardenia Bakeries Philippines is also a staunch advocate of bringing about social change and giving back to society by contributing its resources for the welfare and development of Filipinos to uplift their quality of life. During the height of natural disasters like flood, typhoons, and fires, Gardenia is at the forefront of relief efforts to alleviate the suffering of the victims. In 2013, the leading bread company donated thousands of bread loaves to victims in many flood-stricken areas where flooding caused by monsoon rain is a frequent occurrence. In the same years, Gardenia's worked with relief organizations, local government units, and social civic groups to speedily distribute thousands of loaves of bread to victims of the massive 7.2 magnitude earthquake that devastated the Bohol area.
Last but not least, right theory. Human rights are rights we have simply because we exist as human beings. In other words, a right is the ability to act or have others act in a certain way without asking anyone permission or depending on their goodwill. There are three types of rights, which is legal right, moral right, and human right. As far as Gardenia's program is concerned, it falls into the human right category. From the picture seen, Gardenia has organized an online health activity program to provide exposure on the importance of mental health to the public. The public is entitled to the right to mental health and physical health. Mental health issues are increasingly a part of our modern society. Too much stress and too much anxiety, unfortunately all too common these days, can ultimately lead to mental health conditions which can interfere with our capacity to lead life the way we could like. Next program is Nutrition Assistance Program (NAP) program that promoting healthy eating and active lifestyle. When you eat breakfast, you are telling your body that there are plenty of calories to be had for the day. When you skip breakfast, the message your body gets is that it needs to conserve rather than burn any incoming calories. That's all from our group. Thank you.